you guys can keep it this way. And there's other options. We could pull parking on one half right now. I mean, there's a lot of options available to us. We probably want to talk to St. John's because of the school there as well. And so we just need to get a barometer on the community and figure out the proper channel and way to get that input, and then let you guys make an educated decision sometime by February. But we can talk more of the detail of how we do that at the 17th meeting. So just wanted to prep you on that one in case anybody asks you, hey, what's going on with 2nd Street?
Some of the comments I've heard is not regarding they like 2nd Street the way it is, they like the no parking on either side because they don't own it, but it's the 4-way stops. Some of the 4-way stops they were hoping would shift back to where they were prior to the detour.
I don't know anything specific about Seward Street or Moffett that would require it. I would say that we should have a discussion about Hillcrest.
Yes.
Because of the school traffic and the numerous kids walking in that area, tempering that traffic that goes through there has been interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the ones that drives through every single morning
Right.
when it's going on. I don't see it as much in the afternoon, but I think we need to have a conversation as a community about specifically that intersection as well.
Yeah.
Pinewood, it's a T intersection, so we've
Yeah,
already
it's always
pulled those signs. So I was confused when I drove through today, there wasn't a stop sign. So, but obviously the one at the T is still there. So we'll prep that for the 17th and get more direction from you, but have it in your head. And if you are getting some input from anybody now, let's try to figure out how we want to have that conversation between December and February so that we get that input.
You know, I have heard a few comments about parking on Columbia, North Columbia. Some people thought maybe that should be a no parking zone as well, but, you know, and I think that just because it works so well on 2nd, they're thinking the traffic, especially as you're approaching the elementary school, when there's cars parked on either side, it creates a little bit of a problem for some. That's a whole nother issue, sorry.
So let's deep dive into it again. It wasn't on the agenda, so I don't want to
Yeah.
get into the policy matters of it tonight, but just be prepared to have that discussion on the 17th.
Can do that.
And we're looking more for how do you want us to solicit that information from the community and what processes you want us to undertake so that you can make an educated decision in January, February. And if you get asked, if you're out and about, people are asking what's going on with 2nd Street, now you kind of know what NDOT was thinking in talking to us. We'll also get a recommendation if you want from the traffic committee, which is Chief Peters, myself, Mike Oneby, Tim Dworak, and Bob Myers. We'll get together and talk about what things we're seeing and not seeing, any traffic concerns that we know. So that'll be involved in that. Let's see. We are having a site visit from some friends at FEMA and NEMA and some of their subcontractors. They're coming to visit us and just do some monitoring on our projects that we did in the flood in 2019. The 2 specific projects are the farm levee that we did, that we had the culvert blow out. So they're gonna it's really just about the file, making sure we had the proper paperwork and things like that. And then the transformer over off of Carroll K that went underwater and blew up. So those are just noting, but they're gonna be in our office for like 3 days straight. So that'll be fun. I don't know what they're gonna look at, but wanted to note they'll be there. We have numerous items, TIF-related items we gotta get back to, reports, and working up some final ones on that. That is definitely gone to the back burner. We need to close all that stuff out. And so that will be done. We're getting out of the construction fatigue as these projects close out. I think the other one that's really big and it's noted in here is the work that myself and the mayor continue to do on the trail. And so that's back in the hands again. We've played some volleyball back and forth with NDOT. That's back at NDOT working with BNSF to see what guidance they can provide now that we've given them some options again. So it's moving quickly. It's on a week-to-week basis, but we need a response back from them so we can put a plan together. Trying to see if there's anything else on there that's really lasting. Other than that, just on a personal note, I note that I missed a lot of time with physical therapy and being gone, so I wasn't available all the time. So hopefully that's clearing up thanks to my physical therapy partners here in town to get me back in order. But I was missing some significant time in the office, both physical therapy and just being out from injury. So hopefully doing better after months and months of that. I can answer any questions you have.
Any questions for Greg? Or entertain a motion to accept?
Move to accept.
Sorry. A motion and a second. Please register your votes. Please display the votes.
Voting in favor, Francis Scotto, Kaler, Tanya, Skolter, Miller, Singleton, Streisand, Morgan, 8-0.
Alright, thank you. Do you have any future requests for council agenda items or administrative action?
I got one item, old business, that I'd like to bring up. It was an action. And if we could have our new elected, fire chief give a report on a tanker truck that we've been waiting on, that I think it would be some good news to the city. Is that if we can do that?
I don't think, we can't do it this time.
We can't do that.
With an item, but if you wanted to provide something to Greg. you
So
can
I
include
got
it.
something. I saw it in my email today.
I didn't know if we could do that. I just thought it would be good news.
Not this time, but I'm excited to hear about it, so.
Alright.
Any other future requests? Seeing none, is there announcements for upcoming events? Looking in your direction.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I have 3 quick event updates for you all. This upcoming Friday is December 6th. At 11:30 a.m. we'll have a professional development luncheon. That'll be about workplace communication with Bobby McVeigh Black from Level Up Facilitation. That'll be at Seward Memorial Library. And all are welcome to come to that. Speaking of the Highway 15 project, we'll have a celebratory ribbon cutting for finishing most of that project. That'll be next Thursday, December 12th at 2 p.m. on the Courthouse Square. I think everyone should have received an invite to that, maybe except for Zane, but Zane is also welcome to attend. And then that same day, next Thursday at 7 p.m., we'll host a housing recovery and development meeting at the Goner Fire Hall. We're encouraging our communities to fix up their dilapidated housing, vacant housing, as well as build new, just as we look to increase the quality and quantity of our housing stock in Seward County. SEN, Southeast Nebraska Development District, and NIFA, they'll both be there for that meeting, and it's open to all to attend. And that's all I have.
Alright, thank you. And with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion and a second, please register your votes. Please display the votes.
Voting in favor, Francis Scotto, Kaler, Tanya, Skolter, Miller, Singleton, Streisand, Morgan, 8-0.
Alright, thank you all, and good evening.
9 years. No, Josh, I thought, since it was old business, I thought.
Well, we don't have an item for old business, you could have